For the past year or so, I've been trying to do everything I possibly can to increase my testosterone levels. This has been with stuff by increasing my dopamine levels, which in turn lowers my cortisol levels and in turn boosts my testosterone levels. I've tried everything in the book. I've tried taking supplements, I've tried getting more sleep, working out, fixing my diet, doing saunas, doing all this stuff that people say actually increases your testosterone levels, and I've narrowed this down into my top 7 that have produced me the most results and what I think are the biggest return on investment for when it comes to boosting your testosterone levels. So the number one thing that I would recommend for anyone to boost their testosterone and to boost in general anything that has to do with making your life better, this could be focus, energy, motivation, all this stuff, you need to be getting better sleep. Sleep is a steroid. Sleep helps with almost every single thing in your body. When you're getting good sleep and you're getting a high amount of sleep, you are going to perform better. You're going to have more energy, more focus, and you're going to have higher testosterone levels. This is why sleep is probably the most important thing for high testosterone levels, because low sleep is actually going to decrease your testosterone levels. It seems kind of obvious, but I just wanted to state that. And this is why a lot of people actually, when you don't get good sleep, a lot of people they'll feel down, they're not going to feel as good, they're going to feel tired, they're not going to want to do a lot of things. And testosterone is the thing that makes effort feel good. Obviously, being sleep deprived is going to affect how you feel more, but a big part of it is your drop in testosterone levels. So that's one thing. Another thing is that you should meditate. Meditation is super important. It's been talked about a lot recently with lowering your cortisol levels, making you feel more focused, more present, just in general, making you feel like, I guess, a monk, right? But with that lowering in cortisol levels, it actually is going to greatly bump up your testosterone levels, because testosterone levels go down when cortisol levels are high. Cortisol in general being the stress hormone. It's the hormone that makes you feel, stress, right? And then dopamine on the other side of it makes you happier. When dopamine levels are high, your cortisol levels are going to be low and your testosterone levels are going to be high. All right, so yeah. The next thing is you need to stop drinking. Drinking is horrible for your testosterone levels. Not only is it horrible for your testosterone levels, but it can be horrible for almost everything in your body. It can really harm your liver. It makes you mentally less capable over time. And alcohol, dude, just stop, right? It's not helping you in any way. It's lowering your testosterone levels. It's making you less productive. It's making you have less energy. You are hungover, and it's just avoid alcohol at all costs if you're wanting to boost up your testosterone levels. So I just went over that one quick. Another one is hit a hard workout. You can see I'm in my gym right here. Hit a hard workout. Studies show that actually doing a really intense workout is going to boost up your testosterone levels. Now, I'm not super in tune to all of what the actual science behind this says, but basically from my understanding is when you're putting in a lot of effort and you're trying really hard, it kind of activates, I guess, that masculine hormone, which is testosterone. So it bumps up. That's just my thought of it. Next thing is start taking supplements. Now, I'm going to make an entire full-length video on supplements, really diving deep into different types of supplements you should be taking and more real niche supplements that a lot of people don't talk about, that can do anything from boost your dopamine levels, so lower your cortisol levels, increase testosterone levels, make you more focused, have more energy, do a lot of these things that you would really want to do. So that's one thing. Try your best to start taking supplements. Like I said, I'm going to make a full guide on this here in the next week or so. But yeah, I would say the 3 that you should really focus on are going to be fish oils, ashwagandha, which ashwagandha has been proven to lower cortisol levels, and then vitamin D3. All right, so those are, in my opinion, the 3 best ones to take. Like I said, I'm going to make a video and go into a bunch of different stuff that is been proven to increase your testosterone levels and do a bunch of other stuff, A to Z stuff. So next thing is going to be to fix your diet. All right, I cannot tell you how many people feel like they have really low testosterone levels, and then they try all this other stuff, they try getting more sleep, they try doing all this other stuff, they hit a hard workout, but their diet is so horrible that their testosterone levels are incredibly low. A good example of this is, I forgot his name, but he was a fitness influencer, and his testosterone levels were 21 nanograms per deciliter. Now, just for context, the average is anywhere from like 300 to in the thousands and high thousands. And 21 nanograms per deciliter, and this is a real like fitness type guy, and it's probably because his diet was so bad. Also, he probably was taking steroids, and there's a whole nother thing with that. But diet is super important. When you're eating all these processed foods, and like a lot of people when they're bulking and they're on like trying to build up muscle and stuff, they're just gonna be like, okay, I need to get in this many calories, I need to get in this much protein. How can I do that? And then they're just gonna go to McDonald's and buy a bunch of Big Macs and pizza and all this other stuff that's just really not good for you. You might hit your macros, but the second you start looking into micronutrition, you realize that all of this stuff is just tanking your testosterone levels. There's the sixth thing. The last thing, and this is probably my favorite thing on the list, it feels great to do, I love doing it, cold tubs. A lot of people have been against cold tubs because they decrease hypertrophy. A lot of people have been for it because of the increase in dopamine. I personally am very much for it. I think if you just do it before a workout or up to 6 hours after a workout, then it doesn't really affect hypertrophy at all. So I would say to really do cold tubs, because what cold tubs do is they can actually increase your dopamine levels by 2 to 3 times for 4 to 6 hours after you do a cold tub, deliberate cold exposure, for even just 3 minutes. And that's a massive rise. And when your dopamine levels are so high, your cortisol levels drop and testosterone levels increase. So yeah, that was the last thing. So what I want you to do going out of this video is try to implement as many of these as you can. Some are going to be harder to implement. For example, a cold tub, you can replace this with stuff like a cold shower, or just try to get cold. This can even be just going for a walk in the cold with maybe your shirt off or something of that nature. And some of these things are going to be a lot easier to implement, like a hard workout, because a hard workout, you can even just go on the floor and maybe do 500 push-ups, and that's going to be pretty intense, and that is going to boost the testosterone levels. Another good example is sleep. Sleep is going to be really easy to implement, because just say, okay, I'm going to bed at this time, I need to wake up this many hours later, I get that much sleep, I get a decent sleep environment, and I'm going to sleep very well. So, as always, strive for greatness.